want to look at shapes. At the end of this class, we will be able to recognize shapes and the properties. So the first thing I would like to talk about is how will you recognize shapes? Shapes are recognized based on their angles. When you have, let's start from angles. There are shapes that have 3 angles. There are shapes that have 4 angles, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. All of these are given name. Like, let me start with shapes of 3. The shapes of 3, from the word 3 angle, that is where the word triangle is formed. The word triangle is formed. So if you look at triangle has a shape of this. And triangle, we have various types of triangle. And various types of triangle, which I will mention few, we have I have told you we have many types of triangle, but I will just talk and explain only these 5 triangles. I told you, let me come again. I said 3 angles. Any shapes that has 3 angles are called triangle. So, and on this triangle, we have various types of triangle. The first one here, you can see here, is obtuse triangle. How do you recognize an obtuse triangle? This is an obtuse triangle. How will you know if it is an obtuse triangle? An obtuse triangle, one of the angles with a very large angle, that is, this angle here, it must be greater than 90 but less than 180. It must be greater than 90 but less than, it must be greater than 90 but less than 180. So to get an obtuse triangle, you must have a large angle here which must be greater than 90 and less than 180. Another one we want to take a look at is isosceles triangle. These are triangles in which we have the 2 opposite sides to be equal. You can draw it anyhow. You can draw it anyhow where the 2 sides are equal. That is, you will see a sign here indicating that this side is equal to this side. And we are talking of angle here. When this side is equal to this side, it means these are their angle. These are their angle. That is, this angle must be equal to this angle. If this angle is 40 degrees, this angle too must be 40 degrees. If this angle is 10 degrees, this angle must be 10 degrees. So, an isosceles triangle must have the opposite angle to be equal. They must have the opposite angle to be equal. Now I want to move to the next triangle, which is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, from the word equal here, it means all angles must be equal. All the angles must be equal. Here, there is a sign here showing that this sign, this side is equals to this side is equals to this side, telling us that this side is 60 degree, this is 60 degree, and this one too is 60 degree. Right angle triangle, if you are talking about right angle, it means 90 degree. Right angle means 90 degree. And for right angle triangle, we have something like this. This sign means right angle. This sign means right angle. And the right angle, the sum of right angle is 90 degrees. Take note of this. The sum of right angle is 90 degrees. So if you see any triangle, taking this sign, or you have this sign in any triangle you see, it is called a right angle triangle. And in a right angle triangle, there are some things you need to know. Let me just quickly rush. Here we usually have a longest side in a right angle triangle, and the longest side is called the hypotenuse. So the longest side is called the hypotenuse side. It's always opposite the right angle triangle. If you see a right angle side in the triangle, the opposite sides is called the hypotenuse, the longest side. Well, I will stop there for a moment. I will explain there later when we get to angles. Last one here, we have the scalene triangle. Scalene triangle, these are triangles in which the sides, we have three sides in a triangle, but none of these sides are equal to each other. This one is different. The size of this is equal to the size of this and is equal to the size of this, which means that their angle also varies. Their angles varies. That is, the angle of this is different from the angle of this, and the angle of this is different from the angle of this. So, if you have any triangle which does not have the same, or they have different figure or different size of angle, we call them scalene triangle.